Hello students again, I hope that you are so fun and so happy. Today we are going to have a course of grammar and it's about present perfect. So before moving to know what is present perfect, what is its form, let's read this Paul's web page. Then you are going to tick or cross the flags of the places he has visited. It means the grandpa of or the uncle of the sailor. He has visited so many countries, but he hasn't do for some other countries. So tick the flags of the countries he has visited and cross the flags of the places he hasn't visited yet. So let me read this text for you. My uncle is a sailor and he's always traveling. So far, he has visited more than 105 countries, but he wants to visit every country in the world. There are 195 countries, so he has still got another 90 to go to. I think it's crazy. I think he is crazy. He has already visited the USA and Mexico, but he hasn't visited Canada yet. He's been to South America, where he's visited Brazil and Chile. He hasn't visited Argentina yet. He's been to Europe and visited Spain and the UK, but he hasn't visited Turkey yet. He's visited China and India, but he hasn't visited Australia yet. My uncle is already 75. I don't think he'll do it. Okay, you can read again this text, then try to tick and cross the flags from the next pictures. Okay, now let's move to read these sentences. They are the same sentences from the web page and other ones. For example, I have already done my maths homework. I haven't done my English homework yet. My uncle's already been to South America. He hasn't visited Argentina yet. Okay, let me ask you something about about these sentences. If you can take a look at these sentences, we have I've, it means I have already done my maths homework. It means I did it, I finished it. Okay, I finished it. I've already done my maths homework. It means I do it today, but I finished it. I haven't done my English homework yet. It means my English homework, I don't do it for now. It means I haven't done it yet. It means I have to do it, but I don't have it. I haven't done it now yet. My uncle's already been to South America. This apostrophe S, it means has. My uncle has already been to South America. And the last one, he hasn't visited America. He hasn't visited Argentina yet. Okay, if you take a look, you will find already and yet is repeated. Already in two sentences and yet in two sentences. And you will find that we use have, the verb have, and the past participle of other verbs. I have already done. I haven't done. My uncle has already been. He hasn't visited. Okay, so let's see what is this form. So this is for present perfect. I told you we are going to practice the present perfect with already and yet. So we have the form of present perfect, then we have to use it with already and yet. So look at this form. This is the form. We have the subject plus have plus past participle of the verb then the object. And we can use not in the case of the negation or the negative. Okay, let me repeat. Subject plus have plus past participle of the verb plus the object or the complement of the sentence. Then not if it is negative. Okay, now let's see when we use already and yet. If we have already, we use it between have and the past participle. Subject, have, plus already, plus past participle, then the object or the complement. But if we have yet, we let it at the end of the sentence. Subject, plus have, plus past participle, plus object or complement, then yet the last thing. Okay, so what do you have to see here? Is the same form of present perfect. But if we have already, we put it between have and past participle. And if we have yet, we let it at the end of the sentence. Okay, let's see these examples. I have already done my homework, my maths homework. It means I finish this work. When we use the present perfect, it means we are talking about present, something that happened in the present, but it is finished. We finished with it. It is completed. This action is completed. Okay, it's finished. So that's why we call it perfect. It means finished. I have already done my maths homework. For example, I finished my math homework now, and I'm talking to you. I have finished. Okay, so we use already to mention something or an action that we finished, and it is completed. And we say already, it means before now. In French, we say déjà. Par exemple, we say déjà. I have already, j'ai déjà fait. J'ai déjà fait les devoirs de maths. J'ai déjà fait. I have already done my maths homework. I haven't done my English homework yet. It means we use yet most of the time with the negation, have not. I haven't done my English homework yet. So we use yet with some actions that we don't finish till now. We are talking about present, but this action hasn't finished yet. It means encore. يعني باقي ما سالاش. I haven't done my English homework yet. J'ai pas encore fini. Okay. My uncle's already been to South America. And look here at this S. It's not is, it has. My uncle has already been, and we just contract it like this. My uncle's already been to South America. And of course, we do this contract only for speaking. But in writing, most of the time we write the whole word. He hasn't visited Argentina yet. It means my uncle has already been to South America. It means he has visited America before, but he doesn't visited Argentina yet. Okay, and when we are talking, we use the present perfect. And I repeat, the present perfect, we use the verb have plus the past participle of the verb. What is the past participle of the verb? If we take the verb done, it's a past participle of the verb do. Been, the verb be. Visited, the verb visit. Okay, but look at this have. Have, it is changed according to the subject. If it is I, we say I have, you have, but he has, she has, it has, we have, they have, you have. And if it is negation, I have not, you have not, he has not, and we say he hasn't, she hasn't, it hasn't, we haven't, you haven't, they haven't, in the case of the negation. So this have is changed according to the subject. Sorry. And now look at these verbs. We use the past participle of the verbs. The past participle of the verbs, you have to learn them by heart, actually. And here I have a list of the most common ones. It means the most common verbs we use in English. You can find more than this list, but you can learn only the verbs you need. For example, be, verb to be. In the past, was or were, according to singular or plural. And past participle of the verb to be is been. Become, became, become. Begin, begun, begun. Come, came, come. Do, did, done. Drink, drank, drunk. Ate, ate, eaten. Find, found, found. Give, gave, given. Go, went, gone. Have, had, had. Know, knew, known. Learn, learnt, learned. Leave, left, left. Make, made, made. Say, said, said. See, saw, seen. Take, took, taken. Think, thought, thought. Write, wrote, written. Okay, and of course we have some verbs that they don't change. For example, read, read, read. They don't change anymore. Put, put, put. They don't change anymore. Okay. For we have some other verbs. For example, like learned. We can say learned in the past with ed. It means it is regular and irregular in the same time. Okay, so this is just a little list for irregular verbs. And how are they changed into the past participle? And when we have regular verbs, it is just sufficient to put ed at the end. For example, play, played, played. Worked, worked, worked. Okay? The regular verbs with ed in the simple past and also in past participle. But this list is only for irregular verbs. Okay, here we have a game. We are going to play it in our meeting, inshallah. It means we are going to say sentences using I have already done or I haven't done yet. Okay, and in this game we are going to play it with a coin. And inshallah, in our meeting, I get a coin to play this tossing game. And of course, I need sentences from you. It means you are going to use I have already done and I haven't done yet. Okay, so see you next time, inshallah, in our meeting. I wish you good luck, inshallah.